Okay, so this is how actually you see Unity when you actually, create a new project. Okay, so as I explained to you before, this is your scene view, okay, in which you design anything. This is your game view in which you see your game, okay. The hierarchy, it contains all the objects which you include in the game. So the game objects will be there. Right now we have only two things here. This is the camera and the directional light. Okay, the directional light, if I click here, you can see this is a light which is going to be thrown on in the downside, okay, downwards. Okay, and these handles appear, which we will discuss sometime next, that how can we use them. And then there is the main camera, which is here. So I can select it from here, let's say if I want, or I can select it from here. The main camera is looking at some direction, and whatever is shown in the camera is actually this, the camera preview, which is the same thing here and here. Okay, so right now if I just play, okay, play means that I want to actually play the game. Okay, so it will do nothing because there is nothing in the game, there is just the empty scene. Now the difference between the view here, okay, and the game view here is that, and you can see that this is game view and this one is the scene view. The difference is those grid lines. Okay, so those grid lines actually they are for design guides. Okay, this is not actually in the game, but this is for designing, to let you know that if you want to place something along the grid at different positions, so how it should look like. Okay, so I have played the game, nothing happens. I will just click on the play button again to stop this game. Now what can I do? I want to add some objects to this. Now in this project view, I have assets. The only assets I have are the scenes, okay, and within the scene I have only the sample scene. Now there are many packages which are included by the Unity, and normally when you actually have some other games, so you will need to add some more packages, but we are not concerned with this right now. Okay, so what we are going to do in a few minutes, okay, next 5 minutes, I will add something to the scene, and then I will try to show you how we can actually handle moving the objects, creating the objects, and then moving the camera, etc. Okay, so the first thing is, if you see, there are game objects, okay, and so on. You can create an empty game object, you can create a 3D object like a cube, sphere, capsule, etc., or you can create a 2D object. Okay, so let's create a 3D object in the form of a plane or a cube. Okay, so let's say I create a plane, okay, and there is a plane. Okay, so using my middle mouse button, the mouse wheel, I can zoom in to see what the planes look like. Okay, then I can also right click to move in the scene. Okay, so I can have right click, you see it changes to the eye. So here it is hand, when I right click it changes to the eye, which means that I can move in this way. Okay, similarly with right click I can press D, A, and W and S, okay, to move around. And even on the left click, if I have the hand and I use left click, so I can have a combinations to actually move things around. Okay, so there is actually in the Blackboard I have uploaded the guide on how to do movement inside. Okay, so you should try that when you install Unity before the next class. Okay, okay, is it clear? Any question? If you have any question you can ask me, otherwise I'm just going to explain it very quickly. So this is actually, you created a plane. Okay, I can create another game object, let's say another 3D object which can be a cube, okay, which is here. Okay, now you don't see the cube because the cube, if I see it, it's down. Okay, and what is the position of the cube and what is the position of the plane? So if I click on the plane here, the transform component shows me the position. Okay, so I can reposition it as 0x. Okay, x is at 0, y is at 0, and z is at 0. Okay, so 0 0 0 is the position of the plane. Okay, let me just move like this, just see, okay, a little bit top, and that's how it is. Okay, or maybe I can move even further. Okay. Okay, now where's the cube? If I click on the cube here, again it has some positions, so I can change all these positions to 0, 0, 0. Okay, so what is 0, 0, 0? It is actually this grid line, which is the center. So the center of the cube is at 0, 0, 0. Similarly, the center of the plane is at 0, 0, 0. Okay, if I want to change the position of the sphere, I can change it from here, okay, by changing X, Y, or Z. So you can see the mouse changes, the mouse pointer changes to left, right. So let's say I want to move it up. So up is Y axis. So on Y axis, I increase it and it's going up, okay, or I can decrease it, it's going down. So let's say a little bit up. The cube, similarly, I can move in the X or Y direction. Now, how do I know what is X, what is Y? You can see it from here. This is known as the gizmo. Okay, on this gizmo, I know where is X exactly now. So if I move it a little bit, so you can see the X, Y, and Z, they are moving. So the X is the red one in general. The Z now, the blue one is here, and y-axis is upward. Okay, I can also move it using the move tool. So I click here. So in z-axis I can move like this, in x-axis I can move like this, and in y-axis I can move with this one. Okay, I can also click here to have a view from z-axis. So if I want my camera exactly to be from the z-axis, I will do it like this. Okay, from the x-axis I will see it like here, and from the y-axis from top I will see it as this way. Okay, similarly, again I can use the alt to move that. Okay, so this is my position. Now let me create another game object. This time I can create a sphere, a kura. Okay, and you see there is a sphere, so I will move it up. Okay, and here now I have one more thing, which is rotation, rotate tool. So rotate tool applies to the objects. So let me rotate my plane, for example. Okay, so I will rotate it from here. You can see with some angle in this direction. I can rotate it in this direction, or I can rotate it, the blue one, in this direction. Okay, if I want to set it back to 0 rotation, so I will make all those positions to 0 without any rotation. I can rotate it from here, or I can rotate it using these handles. I can also rotate my cube in this way. So this is the rotation, and I have selected the cube. So this is how my rotation of cube takes place. Okay, and whatever changes I make in the scene view, you can see also in the game view. So why is it the same in this way? The reason, if I go a little bit up, so this is my camera. Okay, and if I move my camera, I select it from here. If I move my camera, this is the move. So you can see with the movement, my game view also changes. Okay, so at which location I want my camera. So I can, let's say, make it nearer, and I can make it a little bit top, and I can also rotate it. So I can rotate it, the camera, like this. I can move it further top. Okay, move it a little bit back in the Z axis. Okay, so I will select the blue one, and so it's a little bit difficult from this side, but let's say if I move to that side, the blue one, it will be there. Okay, then I can rotate again, the not this one, but which one? Okay, this is quite confusing in general. Okay, the red one is like this. Okay, and what else I can do? Okay, one more thing, the resize, this one, the scale tool. Okay, so I can select my, let's say, sphere. Okay, the scale tool is going to help me to make it bigger in any direction. Okay, you can see. Okay, so this is scaling in different directions. Okay, so this is the scale. Okay, or if I want uniform scale, so I will connect it. Now the scaling is 1.9 something, so let me make it double the original size. So okay, my voice gets stopped. I don't know at what time. You didn't tell me anything. I don't know. Okay, it stopped somehow. So I want to change the color, for example. Okay, so I can right click on the assets. Okay, and then here is the create. Okay, and I want to create material. So material is something, this is the madda. Okay, I want to apply it, so I will create material. This is new material, for example. Okay, so I click on the material, and here is the color of the material. Let's say I want to choose the bright red material. Okay, I change the color of the material. So this is my material. I want to apply this material to my cube, and the cube becomes red. Okay, quite easy. You can see it here. The cube has become red, so I will move my cube in some direction. Okay, so this is my cube in this direction. Okay, I hope you get this thing, that how does it work, and I will make it up. Similarly, I can have a new material, or I can apply the same material to the sphere. Okay, I can have, just for a thing, I will create a new material, create material. Okay, I can give it a name, for example, blue, let's say. Okay, this may be blue material, so I will change the color to blue by clicking here, by clicking there, and selecting the blue, and I want to apply this blue material to the plane. Okay, so this is my plane. Now I can rename this plane as my ground, so that will be my ground, for example. I don't know why it happens. Okay, really, I don't know. There's a problem. So this is now the game. Okay, this is how you see it. So within a few minutes, we designed some things. We applied the material. We designed different objects: the plane, the cube, and the sphere. Okay, do you have any questions in that? I will stop the video, and I will ask you all to do the same by yourself after the class. Okay, but before that, you have to install Unity. Okay.